Welcome everyone, it's Vapor Dragonmar. It's time for some more Raid Shadow Legends. I'm going to be showing two Ice Golem teams. So we've got this one. I've been helping out my dear Broadma here for this team. Yes, I still care about Broadma. Okay, I know you guys want to put rumors that I don't care about Broadma, but I still do. I still care about Broadma. I still care about Broadma, and I still need more silver to do that. Rubbish. Time to go on a selling spree again. I'm gonna sell all this. Maybe not that, but pretty much all of this is junk. Let's sell the lot. Sell the lot of it. I'll take some energy fuel. So yeah, so there's an Ice Golem tournament going on right now. Right? First I gotta check my thing. What is up with my... Okay, he's in okay shape, I suppose. We're gonna go to dungeons, go to Ice Golem. We'll start at Ice Golem 16 and work our way up. Now the issue that I have here, as we might have guessed, the issue that we have here is that our Broadma is only level 41, but they are rank 6. They are, in fact, rank 6. Alright? And, I've been running this team for a while. Ugo is needed for it because you only can choose, we cannot choose Barbarian faction. We have to choose Ogrins, Skinwalkers, Lizardmen, and Orcs. So it's a very specific setup that you need. Thankfully, I have some good Ogrins and some good Lizardmen. So because of this, I can make it work. Because the thing is, you kind of need healing, protection, and stuff like that in order to make all of this work. Getting this Maelstrom rack is definitely necessary. Why? Because you need to deal with the buffs. And I don't have any, I don't have a Syl to save me, to put it bluntly. Because believe it or not, Syl, and I know most of you won't believe me, has saved me a lot. So not having Syl is an issue. It is a big issue. Because it means that a lot of the passive healing that I would normally have to save my team does not exist. And thus, I have to rely on more healing and more protection in the squad to help out Occult Brawler. Because Occult Brawler is the damage dealer now. Because I don't have Drexthar to use. And Kale is straight up bad for this also because he's Dark Elf, and the rules state no Dark Elves. The rules also state no... There's so many restrictions. That's why, literally, this team starts to come into being because of the rules. Drakul the Gaunt is Oghren, so he works. But, by and large, most of my normal Ice Golem team has to be swapped out, barring Occult Brawler. Occult Brawler is the only Ice Golem champion allowed that I normally use. The rest is not allowed. So that's what makes this very interesting. Is who is allowed and who isn't is the reason I'm trying to get them low is I'm hoping that if we get them low, we can block this guy's revive. Yep, like that. We're going to want to come after this guy specifically. Because we want to block his revive in this strategy, especially if you're doing this on manual. This comp does run on auto, by the way, but is not 100% consistent. Well, that's unfortunate. So if you're wondering, Vaporsmith, your Ice Golem team looks weird in the mind. That's because the rules of this Ice Golem tournament are weird in the mind. That's why. That is the ultimate reason why. The dwarves are not allowed in here either. So Demetha is not allowed. All of the normal champs like Kale, War Maiden, all that, not allowed. Not allowed. So this is what makes this challenging. Almost. The boulder did it. The stinking boulder. This is what I hate about Ice Golem, is that even something as simple as a boulder from a champ that is not even that powerful in terms of damage, the boulder did it. The boulder. And that piece of thing is useless. Okay. We're going to keep climbing until we reach issues. And yes, this is necessary because I do not have Siege Hulk to clear the waves. Although, I could use Rosin. Maybe I'm not on this affinity, but I could use him. I also can't use Mushroom Man. Wrong faction. Even if I were to max Mushroom Man, does not matter. I don't know why they're not making an Ice Golem tournament about the new faction. It would be great so that people could flaunt. Whoever had the Mushroom Man could flaunt it. They could try to do a solo with the Mushroom Man. Like, only Ogren and Sylvan faction allowed. Oh, that would have been sick. But no. No. Instead, they exiled the Mushroom Man completely. Which I feel peeved about because I wanted to showcase the Mushroom Man versus this or try to get him in a state where he could, but that's not what the Ice Golem tournament calls for. That is not what the Ice Golem tournament calls for. No. See, the thing I really don't like about the situation, and what's going to limit me from going further much, is the fact that in Ice Golem, right? These waves are brutal. And because they're brutal, it's very hard to even get to the part of the Ice Golem that matters. See? At the moment, this is as high as I can go. Given my squad. Like, I don't have a man-eater. If I had a man-eater, this would be a joke. But because I don't have one, it's not a joke. That's the sad part. If I had a man-eater, this would not be hard. This would be a joke. I'm assuming that the people on the higher end of this tournament have man-eaters. Like, they'll have like a man-eater and an occult brawler. Like, I'm not joking. Something like that. Yeah, probably. Because the game's trolled me about man-eaters for a long time. When I say a long time, we're talking roughly 2 years. Roughly. Because I'd be willing to bet Man-Eater would make this cake, but I have to make this long protection squad. This is about as far as we go. Again, without Syl, we're kind of crippled. That's the harsh reality of the matter. Trying to drop his attack to make this easier. But yeah, this is why if you don't have a Man-Eater, this tournament's not easy. Really? See, this is what makes it hard. When we get to the higher difficulties of Ice Golem. You serious? This is what makes it hard. But we're still trucking. But should we do it? I'm in top 5, which is extremely rare for me to get there. As you know, guys know probably by now. Let's hatch a 10 pole. Nothing good. 58 for Rion, not bad. 51 for Yannicka, a lot more significant. 50 for Lady Arish. And of course, Mushroom Man. Speaking of Mushroom Man, I'm gonna rank him. How about Mr. Mushroom Man? Because I'm gonna have to eventually max him out. It's a special Ice Golem tournament. Yup. We cleaned up these quests. If you're asking whether these quests take a lot of effort to clear, you better believe it, is my answer to that question. You better believe it. You better believe that stuff takes a lot of effort to clear. You better believe it. That is my answer to that question. It takes more effort to do that than most of you guys realize. And girls and whoever else is watching. Whoever's watching, I'm telling you, that takes an unholy amount of effort to keep up with these quests. Like, you have no idea. It's ridiculous. Like, I have not shown you, like, I've shown it to you once. Like, a taste of what that feels like. And trust me when I tell you it's brutal. It is a oh my god, no. No. I wanted to sell all that gear. Okay. No, I didn't want to cancel all that. You know, it'd be funny if I literally sold all my gear at once. That would be really funny. And see how much money it adds up to. Ah, it has to be a filter. So they won't let you sell all your gear at once. Because that would be hilarious, wouldn't it? If you actually sold all the gear in your regular inventory at once. That would be funny. That would be really funny. Okay, so this is my squad for this. I have to check my... I have to check his equipment. Okay, yeah. He has some problems. Some definite problems. Because he is missing pieces and so I know I don't normally do this. But I'm equipping him with a preliminary set. Because he needs some things. Okay, note to self. I'm going to have to farm that other keep. Note to self. Okay, so we're going to start at 16 and move up. So the big problem we've got, like I said, is I don't have as good of a faction here with this. I've got him, the Grush the Mangler, but I did not fuse Broadmass, so I got to do that. And we also... I don't have any shield champs other than Mr. Metal Shaper. And I don't have Jarrig either. I don't have Ugo. Well, a developed Ugo. I think I have Ugo on this account, but not developed. So yeah, I'm generally lacking specific members in this squad to really make this work well. So that generally is what's dampering this. Because I don't have much in the Ogren department. The Ogren and Orc department. Including a man-eater. Because you would bet my bottom dollar if I had a man-eater, I'd put him in here. 100%. I'm rescuing him for a reason. Because he has a job to do. Like, this healing and stuff is needed because I don't have a sill or anything to save them this time, and Ice Golem is a brutal master. Like, he's a brutal beast. If you don't have healing and shields in Ice Golem, on the higher levels, he'll tear you apart. He'll straight up just tear you apart. So, I'm not going to attempt the next Ice Golem up because I don't have the protection on this account. Like, just Metal Shaper and Grush, especially not perfectly built, is not going to do the job. I did that on purpose. Give fortified steel, smothering swath. This is going to be dicey as sin. I may have to rely on rosin to do this. Okay, scratch that. I definitely have to rely on rosin to do this. So usually he doesn't die. This is not good. This is not good. Because now rosin is the sole damage dealer here. Which is terrible. But I can't help that. This may be how this ends up. We'll see if we can do it. I don't think this has a 100% success rate, but we'll see where this goes. Yeah, I think we're just dead. Yep. Okay, we're just gonna take him out of the equation because he is not doing anything for us. What do we want in this equation? Maybe him. We can't do dwarves. We can't do shadowkin. So, Siege Hulk's job here, especially since the other guy is useless, his job simply is to get past the waves. Because if you don't get past the waves quickly, as you saw, it's an issue. Well, at least he was more useful for a while. We may have to do a lower ice golem. This is feeling too ambitious. I hate how Smothering Swath has such a long CD. Because we need so many heals in this team fight. Probably have to book the heck out of it, which again is really expensive and difficult, and I only want to do that during CVC. This isn't going to work. I have to accept going down to a lower stage because I just don't have it. I don't have what's needed. I don't have what's needed. It's that simple. I don't have what's needed. I don't have the gear, the levels on my Grush. I just don't have what I need to it's possible, but it's going to be so painful that I just don't want it. Because it's theoretically doable and I've done it before, but it's nearly not repeatable, so I'm just going to avoid it. Say, and by avoiding that, we can make it to the boss. Who, by the way, is still an issue. It just makes this more doable. He's kind of the rate limiting step here. Because we have to have him alive. Because he's the damage. And I don't have a Broadmot to extend it. The problem with breaking his bones is it's unlikely to work. Because his bones are made of titanium. Trying to focus on getting some damage on the main boss before it's too late. There we go. There you go. That's my demo of Ice Golem special tournament. I hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe. I work really hard on this stuff. I already showed some Doom Tower shenanigans. I might do more of it. But I'm not doing a full damage thing on here because I don't think that's going to work. Actually, I could try it anyway.